here with Matthew Centrowitz. Ground level view of post-race stretching routine, I guess. First race since Worlds, right?
Yeah, long time.
How did it feel out there?
Felt like a first race since Worlds. Little flat. Obviously didn't really freshen up for this race and just kind of put this on the schedule last second. So it was fun to come out here though and get a little something in before I head down to Australia and get some more racing in.
Yeah, and how's working out been? How's training been going for you recently?
Yeah, it's been going really well since the new year. Been able to string together healthy weeks of pretty solid training. Haven't had any setbacks since the new year, and just been enjoying being back east and having my dad now back in my corner. And we've had a really mild winter, so that's been super nice. And I've noticed I think Oregon got some snow again, and so definitely not. I guess I want to rub in the 75-degree weather days we've been having in DC. But it's been good.
Yeah. So I guess you didn't run an indoor season. I guess this is your indoor season, right?
Yeah.
It's this race. But normally you run one. What was the decision making not to do it?
Simple as I was just way behind. I had a setback. I had a really good months of September and October, and just the week of doing the USA 5K champs in November in New York City, I had something come up. It was just kind of my hamstring and a sore leg. Just kind of said, you know what, I'm in really good shape. Let's just back off. And then that thing ended up actually taking quite a while to kind of come around and feel 100% again. So that kind of sucked a little bit, just taking off pretty much November, December. And so once I knew that, the indoor season this year especially was really early. I think Millrose was early February with Worlds and everything being pushed up. So that kind of just eliminated that any really indoor early season races. And so I wasn't going to do this at all or any type of indoor racing. And once I had a pretty good solid block of training out east, I said, hey, why not come out here, and it's a fun event, do the 4x8 with my dad's track club, and just kind of get something under my belt and just something to start with and move forward from.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the last year was probably pretty frustrating one for you with injuries. I guess what's the biggest thing you learned though from the 2017 season?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say anything I learned. I knew what I was doing. In terms of coming off of the Olympics and such a high, and just wasn't doing all the right things that I might have been doing the year before. We tried a few new things in training. I kind of backed off a little bit with the strength and conditioning, some of the lifting I was doing. We thought that maybe that would help me slim down a little bit, whereas some of my competitors were a lot thinner and skinnier, and we thought maybe I was building up a little too much mass in that. So I kind of eliminated that, and I felt like that actually had helped me more than the year before. Then I don't think I was gaining that much mass from it. So that was kind of something that we experimented a little bit, and looking back probably wasn't the best thing to do. And then also a lot of distractions, going to making up some different appearances across the country, and visiting friends, and just things I wouldn't normally do in a year with normally the year before with Olympics and everything like that. So I just don't think I was quite as focused as I was the year before. And then also I had some setbacks as well in 2017 that kind of just set me back, and just it was a pretty inconsistent year.
Yeah, and now heading to Australia next weekend.
Less than a week. Yeah, Saturday. So I'm pretty pumped about that.
Yeah, what is your racing schedule look like down there? Do you know yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna do first race will be in Sydney, the 17th, and then I'm gonna head to New Zealand for a race on the 21st or 22nd, and then go back to Australia and finish up in Brisbane and do a race on the 28th, I believe. Okay. So probably do about 3 races. Probably plan on doing the 1,500 mile. All those races, and just continuing building from each race. So just something to kind of get me going before I might get the outdoor season going over here in the U.S. So
yeah, and then the move to D.C. What was the wide leave Portland and come back east?
I think I'm 28 years old now. I'm old enough to know what I need, and being an off year, just wanted to get back east, and I didn't feel like this year, especially with everyone kind of bopping around, everyone doing their own thing. Galen's now up and with the marathon, and Eric being back at the East Coast, and I just figured this was a good year to kind of get out of Portland, mix it up a little bit. I kind of felt like I was getting a little stale in there, and just happier this year, just being back east with some family and friends, and I think joining those guys for training camps and altitude camps is all I'll need moving forward, and get what I need out of it, and yeah.
So Eric's back here as well. Is he? Like, based
Yeah,
here?
he's kind of like mainly in I think Portsmouth or something like that, and but yeah, he joins us for training camps. He goes back back to Portland as much as possible can too. So
Okay. Yeah, because the Oregon project, I feel like from when you joined it, it's a pretty different group now. Because Mo left and Galen's pretty much just a marathoner now.
Yeah.
And, I guess did that have anything to do with it? Getting like that new influx of guys like Clayton and Kajelcher and those guys. Did that impact your decision at all? Or?
Not really. I think before any decisions were made, I kind of in the back of my head wanted to move back east anyways. And like I said, I'm 20 years old. I've been out in Oregon now for 10 plus years between college and being with the Oregon Project. And yeah, at this juncture of my career, I have just Alberto and I have 50-50 dialogue and influence in my training, and so I figured just being back east and him and I speaking over the phone as much as possible and just being on the same plan. And there's nothing at this point, again, I kind of know the same routine building up getting into the season. I know like some staple workouts. There might be a few workouts here and there where maybe we disagree on, but we kind of find this compromise, and instead of 10 quarters, it's 8. Maybe I think 6, he thinks 10. We settle on 8 or whatever. So it's not rocket science here. And again, having my dad out there administering the workouts, and having him with a stopwatch and having some input too, it just kind of seems like a great situation for me. I'm pretty confident with. I've always enjoyed having my dad in my corner just for even just the mental aspect. And so yeah, having him, it's just been a lot of fun. And that's what I figured that I needed. What is going to make me run the best, just enjoying going back to the small things, the basics, and just really enjoying the training. And so that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. I guess, so the way it works, does Alberto you sort of talk about the workout with Alberto and then your dad misses it?
Yeah, it's like a joint thing. Like all three of us kind of like, we all speak and like I said, we're not reinventing the wheel here. It's you get your tempo running every other week, you get your long running every week. We have staple workouts, 600 breakdowns, workouts from that Alberto my dad did back at the Oregon days, workouts that I did with my dad back in high school, and workouts I've done with Alberto the last handful of years. So it's just a mixture of all of that. And again, Alberto's not gonna if one day and that's what's great about having my dad there, one day it's a really windy day, we have to adjust the workout, obviously Alberto trusts my dad and I to make the right decision. And like I said, I'm 28 years old. I think Galen, Mo, everyone at my age or older could pretty much come up with 90%. They could figure out like going into the week, okay, what this week is going to be like. If you have any kind of sense of, if you have any kind of, I guess, input, or you're involved in your own training, I think that's the biggest thing. And I think every athlete should have some kind of say, whether you're in college or out of college, in terms of what you need, what you think is going to, better your training, better your racing. And I've always felt like I've been involved in my training even through the Oregon days, and so I feel like pretty confident moving forward that having those three and me coming up with the majority of the workouts is what's going to be best for me.
Does it make you feel like you're sort of hitting the second half of your career here now that you sort of know what to do, and you obviously got several more years left, but like
I don't know about like in terms of second half, but I don't know where I'm in my career. Maybe it could be last quarter, it could be again maybe halfway. I don't know. But certainly, I know at this point like what my goals are, what I want to do. I want to run fast. I want to break American records. And so like, that's what this kind of training has been built for right now, and that's what the main focus and what we've been talking about in training.
Yeah, and then
on the stretch, I'm going to work on it. We have to get out of here.
Okay, cool.